I am really excited to share 10 super easy DIYs with you today. I am not a DIYer by nature, so I know that if I can do them, you can do them. They were all really cheap and one of them was even free. They're all so easy to do. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I am participating in Vlogmas for the month of December. If you don't know what that is, it's where I will be vlogging every day from December 1st until December 25th. I have some really fun things planned for that, so I am so excited to share that with you. And let's get going on our 10 DIYs today. Our first DIY, I made a centerpiece for my dining room table. I used this gold tray that I already had. I found this wreath at Hobby Lobby and it was actually in the candle section. This candle I found at the store at home. It was about $15, but it's LED and it is pretty big. These flowers I also got at Hobby Lobby. I was kind of on a flower kick this year. They're all in my tree too. I just thought it would give it dimension and give it a pop of something fun. Another option would be to add some berry twigs to the center instead. I just made sure all the leaves were fluffed out and looked really good. I got this huge bag of pine cones at Hobby Lobby for $12. There were also a few other things in it, but it lasted me for 4 projects. I only used a few on the edges just to fill out the rest of the platter. And that was all I did. I think it turned out really cute. It's in my dining room and it looks great at night. Whoa, oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately. This next project can be super cheap to do. If you have some sort of fruit bowl or serving dish, even a white one would be fine for this. And then the pine cones, again, because they lasted me so many projects, they were fairly cheap. I just threw in the pine cones, just spaced them out really nicely. And then I took some ornaments that I had. These were actually from IKEA. You could totally cut off the string. I just wasn't ready to make that kind of commitment yet because I may want to reuse them. But I just tried to hide the string down in the bowl so you couldn't see it. It's supposed to be making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. This next project was absolutely free, and that's the best kind of project. I used a picture frame that I already had. I just took out the picture that was in it. And just a little tip, but I attach my pictures on the back with washi tape. That way it doesn't ruin the mat. There are so many places online where you can find free images. Again, just make sure that it's okay to download them and save them and print them. But I will put the one that I went to here. And I just found a few Christmas pictures that matched my living room decor because that's where these are going to go. I saved them and printed them off and then went back to my picture frame. I didn't even have to cut them or even put tape on them. They just fit perfectly. I used one frame that was a perfect square and another frame that was a rectangle, and I just put it on its side. I like having the frames that are similar. They're both the same color gold and the same style, but I like having 2 different sizes. It gives it some variety. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again, to see you again. Here is another project where you can repurpose something that you already have If you have a nice vase, maybe it's white or gold or just kind of feels Christmassy, you can totally reuse that for this project. I found this one at Target. I also found the greenery at Target, and the berries were from Hobby Lobby. The berries are actually black with like glitter on them. I love them. But I just cut the stems down so they fit in the vase. I usually cut my stems down 99% of the time. This was super easy to do, and I love that at the end of Christmas, I can just take out the greenery and reuse it for something else. Here was a project that I had always seen other DIYers do, and I was excited to try it this year. I got this wreath at Hobby Lobby. I love it. It just has the perfect amount of snow on it. I already have this ribbon, and what I did was took a command hook, turned it upside down, and just tied a knot on the ribbon. No one can see it back there, and it looks like it's just floating. It is absolutely adorable, and it was super quick to do. This one also only took me a few seconds to do. I used that bag of pine cones I had, and I got this vase at the dollar spot. It was $5 at Target. I just threw them in there and called it a day. Another idea you could do is get little mini trees, either these trees or brush trees. Fill the vase with fake snow and just set the trees in there. I also use these pine cones in a different part of my house, as well as those black berries. That way you have the same things flowing throughout your house to make it look cohesive. Alright, I think this is my last one with the pine cones, but again, this one was very easy. I got this lower glass dish at the store at home. I think it was $14 or $15, but it is pretty heavy duty. I just filled it with the rest of the pine cones that I had left, and as you can see, there's a little bit of greenery, berries, and a few wood pieces in there as well. I really like the variety, and I just had to make these trees work around the weird bump that was in the middle of the vase, but they ended up working out really well. And then I ended up taking 2 tea lights and setting them in there, so that at night it can have a nice glow. I always love adding lights whenever I can. And this one is sitting on my island in my kitchen, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Our last Christmas DIY of the day includes these greenery rings that I found at the dollar spot at Target. I have 2 ways for you to use them. The first way is to just put under a candle, and I love them here on my bookcases. It just adds that nice pop of greenery. I also wanted to show you how you could take something that you already have and add a little Christmas to it. Here I chose to do an art piece, but a mirror would work as well too. And I took these greenery rings. They had a yarn on them, and I just twisted them around the spools and my art piece. You could also use command hooks if you needed to. Made it look so festive. I thought it was really cute, and it was only $3 for the 3 rings. So it was a super easy and cheap way to turn something that I already have into something new. I hope you enjoy the DIYs that I shared with you today. If you could let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I think I actually like the little rings of greenery that I did on my art pieces. They were just so easy and just made such a difference when you walk in my front door. And I can't wait to share. My next video with you will be my Christmas home tour, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Can't wait to see you soon.